The last resort. Let's check out what happened this week, and let's begin with Paola and Russell.
During the scene, you were jokingly saying, like, what if it's a woman? Have you ever been in that scenario that I gave you?
Well, I have kissed another woman, like 7 years ago.
Like we're married?
Yeah.
Oh, so Paola kissed another woman 7 years ago, whilst they are in a marriage, and did not tell Russ about this kiss. Now listen, we could sit and say, it was a woman kissed another woman, it was just friends being friends, it meant nothing. But the fact is, she kept it hush for 7 years. When you keep it hush for 7 years, hell, even keep it hush for a week, 2 weeks, it makes it then seem as if it is now suspicious. And if the shoe was on the other foot, and he told her after 7 years that he happened to kiss a guy, how would the reaction be? But let's continue.
But it meant nothing. It was just a kiss with another girl. But you know what? Like, I didn't see it as a cheating, to be honest, because it was just a kiss. You know, like when they say, hey, just kiss your friend. Yeah. So
I'm still curious, though. If Ross had revealed that he just kissed a male friend, because it was just kissing, just a friend little how would she have felt about that, though? How would she have felt about that, given the fact that he didn't tell her? Like I said before, the context is key here. The key part is that she did not tell him straight away. People usually don't say certain things when they feel guilty. So the really and truly is, was Paola moving mad? Let me know your thoughts.
As a sexologist, I know in research that a lot of women tend to kiss each other just to have fun, that there's no like romantic connection or sexual chemistry, but it's legit.
Oh, that chestnut. Women do this, blah, 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 blah. Now listen, don't get me wrong. I have known that before a woman, or even a teenage girl, shall I say for that matter, before she shares her first kiss with a man, it is known, at least here in the UK anyway, or at least in my generation, that some girls would actually kiss each other to be able to, get their shiz in order. So it is a thing. But this is something they didn't necessarily do when they actually had somebody. But there's a fine line between doing it as a teenage little girl compared to doing it as a grown-ass married woman. The two cannot compare. So the fact that this sexual therapist or whatever the hell she is like, well, it's just a normal thing for girls to do it. I mean, listen, if I said it's a normal thing for guys to do it, I wonder how that would go. We got to put the shoe on the same foot, and I don't want to hear nothing about it's not the same thing, because I won't lie to you. I was definitely one of those people that would have been like, listen, it's not the same thing. Girls doing it is just girls doing it. Boys doing it is just gay. I would have been one of those people, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm the kids keeping a buck. But time has changed, folks. And when I say times have changed, I don't mean about how times have changed in terms of how life is now. No. I'm talking about how my mind has evolved. Do you see what I'm saying? And now I look at it as, well, if a girl's going to kiss a girl, and a guy's going to kiss a guy, and they're in a relationship, and they were both in straight relationships or relationships in general, it still should be classed as what? A form of cheating. Because why the hell would I want to be in a relationship with somebody? Whether I'm in a relationship, well, I'm straight, but for context purposes, whether I'm in a relationship with a woman or a relationship with a man, all right? End of the day, I'm not going to go off and kiss another man. And I'm not going to go kiss with another girl. Because at the end of the day, it means that I am saying that my lips are still available for anyone else. And I don't give a damn if it's friendly or not. But to be fair, let's talk about that part of the friendly. The thing that wasn't identified and the thing that wasn't even asked was, what type of kiss was it? But see, if it was a little peck, listen, you know what? Let's not worry about that. Minor cheek. Let's not worry about that. But based on the way she reacted, and she's like, well, I kissed the girl, sounds as if there was full on, and they were kissing for quite a minute, you know what I mean? Tongues or no tongues. It felt like as if the kiss wasn't even look. And that's where the problem comes into play. So why are you going to be kissing somebody else like that? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, we got to give this some energy regardless of the gender, you know what I mean, okay? Regardless of the gender and regardless of what type of relationships, whatever nonsense, yeah, let's continue.
Legitimate that Russ is upset because he felt like kissing someone is very intimate and it's a bit.
it meant nothing. I don't even know how that happened.
I didn't like the fact that it was a secret that you've been holding on me for 7 years.
Precisely. 7 bloody long years.
This was me in her shoes. Like, that would be infidelity. I'm done with you. You're cheated. Get out of here. So,
Where is the lie in what he's saying? There is no lie. Russ is being reality ready in this moment in time, whilst Paula's moving mad. That's just my opinion.
like, I can forgive what has happened, but now can I continue to trust her? Is she hiding anything else? That's what I need to know.
And that's what it comes down to. Is she hiding anything else? If you couldn't tell me about an innocent, friendly kiss, well, what else have you not told me that isn't innocent or friendly? Do you see what I'm saying? So I can understand him now being a bit suspicious of Paula. And I would be too. Because, again, if it was no big deal, if she wasn't moving mad, then she should have told him straight off the jump. And therefore, the whole situation would have been reality ready. But nonetheless, folks, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the matter itself in particular. But now we're going to move on to Rebecca.
That I think 3 years ago, I found out that I was still capable, I still had eggs, and I thought we could do surrogacy and have kids. And then we found out that it was against his religion to do surrogacy.
Oh, man, that sucks. But hold on a minute.
When he starts going to the gym, he starts going out with his friends, he starts losing weight, he changed his password, like so he used to tell me, and the husbands would tell me about their wives, you know.
So let me paint the whole picture for you here so far, folks. Originally, when Rebecca and Zied met, there was already an agreement that she could not have children in any shape or form. And he therefore agreed that he still wanted to marry her, despite the fact that having kids wasn't something that's going to happen. But sometime down the line, she found that she has some eggs, as you heard. And therefore, the idea of surrogacy was obviously something. So, of course, knowing that there's an idea or there's a hope that she could have kids, obviously gave them both hope that maybe this could happen, right? But it doesn't change the original agreement. The original agreement is that she couldn't have kids, period. But either way, though, because obviously surrogacy is not something that he can do because of his own religion, she was then concerned that all of a sudden, after that, he then all of a sudden started going to the gym. And certain patterns started kind of coming to light. Certain patterns that she was familiar with when she used to be a PR and she used to obviously, look around for cheaters for other people. And because of that, this is when she started to have concerns about him and cheating. This is where it began pretty much in a nutshell. So the really and truly is that, was Rebecca warranted? Did she have every right to believe that maybe because there was the hope of having kids that was there, but then it was completely crushed away? Was she then right to be in a position where she thought maybe he's actually now trying to look for someone that can actually give him a child? And that's why her paranoia is now justified. Give me your thoughts on that. Is she moving mad or is she reality ready? In fact, would Zied be moving mad for the idea that now there's hope of his children, that it's okay for him to go look elsewhere? Now, again, this isn't confirmation that he went and looked elsewhere. This is just the context of the situation, folks. But either way, though, let's continue with the rest of this calamity.
That I think this is what's happening. They're cheating. The truth is that even if everything was perfect in our relationship, that I am afraid of waking up one day and him deciding he wants kids, and I don't freaking...
And I don't blame her. Anybody in her position would feel this way. But the same thing cannot change. The same thing cannot change is that they got married on the idea that she could not have kids, period. Something that he agreed to.
I didn't want to talk about it.
Talk about myself the next 5 years or 10 years. I can't.
Well, we're talking about hypothetical situations. We're talking about...
I am so incredibly grateful
Cry, say it. Cry.
for how patient you really are.
So here's the thing, folks. Before we get into this whole mushy-mashy, obviously, nobody can predict what happens in the next 5-10 years. No one can predict what happens in the next 6 months, 12 months, right? All that kind of jazz, right? Listen, it happens. Completely get it. But I feel like in this moment in time, this was the best time for him to reassure Rebecca that, listen, I will not look for someone else to have kids with because I love you and I want to be with you. That is the best thing he could have said in this situation, rather than I cannot predict the next 5 to 10 years. And I'll tell you why, folks. Because you see, when you first date somebody, or when you, not even that, when you first meet somebody and you're having conversations about what your intentions are with each other, and you're also having that conversation, actually, the intention part. Is the intention that we are here to date because we actually want to look for a future together? Or is the intention we're dating because we just want to have some fun? And when you ask someone that question and you say to them, listen, I want to know what your intentions are. And then they say to you, I just want to see where things go. I just want to see where things go. Now, listen, sometimes when people say that is a genuine answer without a shadow of a doubt. But the problem with that answer, whether it's genuine or not, is that it doesn't give you clarity of where this is actually going to go. It gives you more of a false hope or sense of hope, should we say. So more of the situation is, if you're gonna, in that situation, be dating somebody that says, well, my intention is to actually have a long-term, is for long-term purposes, ideally you want to reassure that person by telling them genuinely that you also want the same thing. Genuinely. Rather than, I just want to see where it goes. Because, damn, that doesn't help nobody. It gives no answers in any shape or form. More of the situation, more of the point is that in this situation here, the question is, are you satisfied with Rebecca? Are you satisfied with being with Rebecca and never having kids? His answer should have been, genuinely, listen, I love her, I want to be with her, and I don't see myself not wanting to ever be with her. And I've already agreed to not having kids. That is the relationship he should be given right now. But he said 5-10 years from now. And because of the 5-10 years from now, what happened? Rebecca then got nervous. So then now this is the first time Rebecca decided to do what? To start to be nice to him. Let's pay attention.
She would tell me more about how you feel, but I also think the other side of that,
Why?
for how patient you really are. She would tell me more about how you feel, but I also think the other side of that is that you're just really easy to get along with on a daily basis. And you're very sweet.
Oh, Rebecca, being soft doesn't look good on you, darling. Doesn't look good on you at all, darling. What are you talking about? Girls are talking a bunch of waffle. If you ask me personally, because she didn't get that reassurance, instead of doing her typical blasting at him and not letting him finish his sentences, she's more like, I'm going to go for the nicer approach. I'm going to go for the nice wife approach. I'm going to give him reassurance that, hey, baby, you don't have to go nowhere. I've got your back. Ah, dear Lord, what a calamity. I would say this now, though. Regardless of whether Rebecca would have responded in her typical form or responded in this form, if this man is going to want to seek a child in his life at some point, it's going to happen regardless. There is nothing that she could ever do to make his life that perfect that is going to guarantee that he will never not step out to have a child elsewhere. Simple as 1, 2, 3. But hey, girl gotta try. Now let's move on to Shekinah and Sarper. Now, this is something that happened on Between the Sheets in reflection to their episode, to their scene that actually happened on the show.
I mean, about the comedy thing, I understand what makes you uncomfortable, but you don't think that I will change my set, right?
Well, I would hope that you would change your set now that you know how it makes me feel.
I say this every week. Sarper is one selfish mofo. All he cares about is pleasing the masses. Never cares about actually pleasing his woman. No wonder why their relationship is a calamity. No wonder why Shekinah always walks around so paranoid.
She never stops talking.
My apologies. So insecure is the word. Yes.
She never stops talking.
Comedy is probably like the one thing I would probably be more on Shekinah's side.
And that is a massive, massive statement to come from Patrick. Because we know how he feels about Shekinah. And he's not lying. Like, if your whole entire life is going to be based on your relationship with your person, that is sad. It tells me it tells me one simple thing. It tells me that you're not actually funny. You're not a comedian. You're a clown that likes to pretty much shit on his woman. Pretty much. Has no respect for his marriage. Because there's a fine line between making a few jokes here and there that are related to other people compared to making your whole set about the person that you decided to marry. Sarper ain't shit.
Love it so much, you know it.
So you just want to keep it because the people love it.
I will throw you bones. I will make you happy a little more.
Most of the time,
I will throw you bones. What are you talking about?
don't know what his joke. And his audience is, when he says a joke about me, people look and see if I'm laughing.
Look at you, like,
They're like, is she okay with this? Like,
Yeah.
And given that this information is potentially true, that is a big statement that really tells people, like, hey, maybe this guy's going a bit too far now, because he's made a few jokes, but now he's making more and more jokes. I kind of feel bad for this girl. Now I don't want to laugh. I can't laugh until she gives me approval. It's crazy because then if the audience is now feeling bad for Shekinah, it's screaming a lot of things.
Look, and if I'm laughing, it's like gives them permission to laugh. And if I'm laughing, it's like gives them permission to laugh. So I want to laugh at everything because I want Sarper's show to be good. So I.
And this is what I always say about the difference between Sarper and Shekinah is that she will always have his back regardless of his BS. Meanwhile, he will always throw under the bus and he always speak to her like absolute dog poop because Sarper only cares about Sarper. One of the most selfish cast members of all time. But hey, people like, but he's funny though. He's won us over. He's such a nice man. No, he's not. He's a waste man.
I just laugh, but then later I'm like, babe, man, but
I will change you. I still have hope, you know?
I will change you? How is it not a huge red flag to her that he just keeps saying, I can change you?
I mean, Rebecca isn't one to talk, but anyway. You see what I'm saying? The choice of words that he always has when it comes to his relationship with Shekinah, in my opinion, has never been healthy and never will be healthy. But hey, Shekinah's the one that decided to marry the man, so hey, you live in your misery, love. You live in your misery. But obviously, as of right now, it does seem more than ever that these two are generally not together anymore. But I guess we're going to have to wait and find out, probably up until the tell-all anyway. But with that being said though, folks, let me know exactly what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we can talk about it all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Peace.